Do you want to come visit the campus to help you decide if you want to go to Cornell? It was like, whoa, now he hadn't done Cosmos yet. That's how old I am, but he was already famous.
You must achieve in your finances for your faith. And so I feel like these are areas that all serve one another. I'm one man with one life.
I tell people where I stay, where I don't stay. So when people ask me, why are you so passionate? Because, bro, I got an opportunity to be a multimillionaire from talking.
Don't be a rerun. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Don't be complacent with yourself. Realize that as long as you've got things going on in your life, there are things that you can do to change it, manifest, and claim what's yours. Don't worry about what other people are thinking about or what they're feeling about, or if they're telling you your uniqueness just doesn't work. Well, that's their problem. What are you going to do? Because I promise you, if you quit because someone else is telling you that your stuff doesn't work, then shame on you. Shame on you for giving up on you. Shame on you for giving up on letting other people detect your life and tell you what they think you ought to be doing when you should be figuring out what to do for your own life. Now, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but I'm here to tell you to be unique.
So I took him up on it. I took a bus up to Ithaca, New York. He met me outside his building on a Saturday, invited me up to his office, saw the labs. I'm there in front of him. He did something really cool. He reached back, didn't even look, grabbed a book off the shelf. It was one of his books. I thought that was the baddest. That was a badass thing. Don't even have to look. That's one of my books. Yep. Okay, here. And he signed it to me. Neil Tyson, future astronomer, signed Carl. Later in the day, I'm ready to go back to New York. It begins to snow, as it does often in December in Ithaca. And he said, here's my home number. If the bus can't get through in the snow, spend the night with my family and go back tomorrow. I'm thinking, who am I? What? I'm nobody.
And so at any given time, parts of them are doing better than others. I want to challenge you to take control of your schedule. The last tip I would give you, and if you can do this, your whole life would be altered. So that you can take control of your day, you can take control of your life and your thoughts, is that when you wake up in the morning, the average person, I talk about this in my book, Max Out Your Life. But one of the things that most people make the mistake of is they completely are reactive human beings. They constantly react and respond throughout their life rather than dictating the terms of their life. They react and respond to the demands and stimulus outside of them. And that demand and stimulus is in this telephone. It's in your email. It's in your iPad. And so you begin your day one way or the other.
But I was somebody to him. And I said to myself, if I'm ever as remotely famous as he is, I will treat students the way he has treated me. If Einstein were here and we're talking with Einstein, we could talk to him for hours and hours and hours. You know what question will never come out of our mouths? Is, what college did you go to? I want to go to that same college. I bet most of your people who've sat in this chair, it's not about what college they went to. It's about their own initiative, their own drive, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. That is not taught in school, sadly. School, they view you as this empty vessel that they pour information in, you test it over here, you get a high grade, you're praised. Is that who become the shakers and movers of the world? I don't think so. School should, as a minimum, preserve that curiosity for you.
Your day has a structure, it has a syntax. If you open up your eyes and begin your day by looking at this device called your phone, and you start responding to texts and emails, you are now beginning your day as a reactor and a responder, and the rest of the world dictates the terms of your life. Not only will you feel out of balance, forget that, you'll feel out of control. What most people are looking for is not balance, they're looking for control, the sense of control. And even that can be a fallacy to an extent. But I want to dictate the terms of my life, not be reacting and responding. The best people in their family, the best people in business, the best people in their fitness and faith, they dictate the terms. Other people respond to them, not vice versa. In life, 95% of the people respond to 5% of the people. You either take control of that or you lose control of that, and it begins with your day. If you can go the first 30 minutes of your day when you wake up and the last 30 minutes of your day before you go to bed without reacting and responding, you begin to dictate the terms.
Be unique because you are a unique individual. I'm here to tell you that right now that you can be more than what You think you are as long as you believe in it. Belief is strong. Faith is even stronger if you don't have these qualities. If you don't have these abilities, then your uniqueness will fall to the wayside. And then you right back where you start. Don't be a carbon copy of someone else. Be the best makeup of yourself. Be unique, be strong, be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, you continue to conduct your business. Are you tired? Are you finished? Are you done? These are some of the things that I used to say to myself often. There were times when I just felt that I could not go on.
Bruh, from talking? E.T., why you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why you putting videos up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning on Instagram? Number one, because I want to be the best that ever done it. Number one, I'm going to be real with you. Number one, if you're going to get it, you're going to have that dog. You're going to have that dog. You're going to have to be that dude that say, I'm not just going with skill. That's not what gets you in the league. Not what you were born with. You got skill and you got will. You got skill and you got will. Two total different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, and not just get to the next level, to stay at the next level, you gotta have will when you get to that next level. When you go to the pros, everybody you playing is a pro. There's a one type of dude who feel like because he's gifted that it's just an automatic role for him. And let me tell y'all something. You are gifted, but you better humble yourself.
Get some new books, make a new plan, set a new goal. Ask some new questions, lock on to a new resolve, make a new effort, and do it all now. Another thing is to ask for God's help, which may sound a little strange. This is not a religious program. My personal word would be that humans are unique, but we could all use a little extra help. Of course, it's a two-way street. I think God will do his part. There's a story about a man who took a rock pile and in 2 years turned it into a fabulous garden. And people came from everywhere to see it. One day a man came by, saw the garden, and thought it was fabulous. But he wanted to make sure the gardener did not take all the credit. He had this deep feeling inside that a lot of people leave God out. So he toured the garden and had a chance to meet the gardener. When he met him, he shook his hand and said, "Mr. Gardener, you and the good Lord together have made this beautiful garden."
I felt that there was nothing else left for me to give or do. I'd given up on myself. I'd given up on me. I was at the laws of the lowest, and I felt that I could not go on. I felt that there was nothing left for me to give of who I really was, because when I got to a point, when I felt so weak, I felt there was nothing else left for me to give. But then something happened, something woke me up, something made me realize that I had work to do. 9 years ago, music to this day, I buried my mother. This amazing, incredible woman told me a long time ago, "Son, no matter what you do, make a difference in the world. Don't try to change it, but make a difference."
What I'm trying to tell you, this different, baby. This ain't high school. This ain't college. You acting like you indispensable. You acting like if something happened to you, they're gonna wait around for the next 2-3 years. Like your spot is just guaranteed. If something happens to you, I promise you, if something happened to you, as sweet as you are, you're gonna be what? Replaced. Say it again. You're gonna be what? That ought to scare you. That ought to scare you. That alone ought to make you wake up every day and say, I cannot afford to be replaced.
You don't know how many days you have left. You don't want to be wasting days. Like you're not God. Like you don't create. You can't wake yourself up. You don't know how many days you have left. You can't be playing with the days you have.
So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80%? What would make you not give 120%?
Regardless of what's going on, we are professionals. Like if they need a hero, we are the heroes.
The gardener understood his message and his point, so he said, "I think that's true. If it was not for the sunshine and the rain, and the miracle of the seed and the soil and the seasons, there would be no garden at all. But," he said, "you know, you should have seen this place a couple of years ago when God had it all by himself." I think that's true. We do play an important part in this challenge called making all we can out of all we have. The best advice I can give you is, if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. Just get it done. Two of the most powerful words in the language, I will. Benjamin Disraeli once said, "Nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose." Shortly put, I'll do it or die.
The course of making a difference, even up to the age that I am today. I find myself being drained, being tired. I find myself trying to be a good man, a good husband, a good father. And sometimes I'm tired. I don't feel I have the strength. I don't feel that I'm good enough, but I realize But that doesn't mean just because you don't think you're good enough doesn't mean you can't be good. Doesn't mean you can't be great, doesn't mean you can't carry on. Every battle that you fight in your life doesn't mean you're going to always win that battle, because there are going to be many battles that you're going to have to fight.